Hi everybody, I'm Mazby from Poland. Mostly on YouTube I make movies about paragliding and flying. So this is going to be the first one about Parrot disco. I love this bird. Story made short. I had an accident on my paraglider. I couldn't fly for some time, but I really needed to be in the air. So I got myself a drone with FPV, first person view, and I had a lot of fun. After that, I came back to flying. I forgot the drone is on the cupboard. Nobody's using it. Of course, a 4-motor helicopter drone. Now, when I'm all healthy and great and flying on paragliding, I found out that there is a drone, actually a flying wing, which has the same parameters as a paraglider, as a power paraglider. That means it's flying about between 20 and 60 kilometers an hour, and it's autonomous for about an hour or 40 minutes, and it can fly really away. And what is more important, it might have a flight plan. So I got very much interested, and how I was surprised when I found out that the price for this drone fell down incredibly. Really, I don't know, maybe 30–20% you can buy this drone. And this beautiful thing, it's Parrot Disco. I think it's a perfect drone for somebody who really loves flying with all the systems. As I mentioned, for me, very important was FPV, first person view. So when I was ill, I was imagining that I'm flying, sitting in my armchair or lying in my bed, I was flying, right? So FPV is very important. And what I love about Parrot Disco, it has a perfect FPV. A great camera, you can tilt it, and very good fidelity, 1080p, so I think it's absolutely perfect, and I think it's great. The only thing about Parrot Disco is FPV. The Parrot company decided they know better how to make things better. To add FPV goggles to the drone, Bebop or Disco, whatever, they gave us this. And they told us this is an FPV goggle. Well, the first thing, it's not an FPV goggle. It's a 3D goggle. What that means? It's a little bit different thing. If you go to YouTube and you write 3D, you'll get 3-dimensional movie. What that means? That means that the movie is divided into 2 screens. So that way you see the right screen with your right eye and the left screen with your left eye. There is a little bit difference in the angle. So that way those pictures start to move and you have the 3D effect. And for that you use 3D goggles. They have special lenses and they divide the picture into 2. Of course, it's not very comfortable and you get your eyes aching after some time. And the other thing, this big picture has to be divided in 2. If you have a screen 16 by 9 and it's divided by 2, those 2 pictures are rectangular, they are small, right? So whatever you do, you use this system, the picture is small. What that means? That means that if you have a certain resolution on your screen, it will fall down in half and it will be very small. So Parrot had an idea. If you want FPV, then you use this system. Let's see how it works. We have a full screen on our laptop, right? And now we want to use our FPV goggles, so we push on the button FPV, right? And what we have here, we have the screen divided into 2. To make it more panoramic, they make it more and more smaller. What that means, the resolution falls down. That's the problem. The other thing, this is a rather complicated computer-made screen, so the OSD is much more poor. And the thing that might be you don't know, if you have an older operating system on your smartphone, it starts to pixel. Why? Because these two screens, they have to be worked on by the computer once more. So it's very often during the flight it starts to pixels, you don't see nothing. So I myself personally don't quite understand why Parrot had such a stupid idea. Okay, so you ask me, what can we do in this case? It's very simple. All we need is a sort of a magnifying glass, like that. You can buy it for, I don't know, $1 in China. Take a piece of cardboard, put the magnifying glass inside, go back to your normal screen. Over here. With the full OSD, put it inside, and you have a big, perfect picture. What more? If you really need to, you can just take it out very fast. Or you can make your box in such a way that you can put your fingers inside and touch the screen and do things that you couldn't do in the FPV mode. Of course, all that means you have to get a cardboard, you have to get a screen. So my question to Parrot, why the hell did you make this complicated things instead of a very cheap box with a very cheap glass inside? Well, let's say what are the pros and the cons. The pro is that we got it, that's all. Well, the cons are, if we have it on our head, we only have to look through it. It's very hard to take it off and pilot the drone, right? Here in this position we have a look, we look at the drone, we look at the screen, we look at the drone. No problem with that. Well, the other thing, the picture, the resolution, we don't discuss it. It's almost 2.5 times bigger. With the magnifying glass, it's huge. It's really huge. This fucking thing is small. The OSD in the FPV mode, very poor. Here, full OSD, right? Smartphone needs advanced, very advanced operating system to work on the FPV. Here, it just works. And cost. If we don't put that in, we have at last, I don't know, $60, $70 less to pay, probably, yeah. So, I'm trying to contact Parrot and explain them that this, first thing, is not FPV glasses. If they were FPV glasses, they should have a screen and a big magnifying glass and you put it on. If you can do it, Parrot, please do it. It'll be much more efficient, much more better. Thank you very much. Hope you had fun. On the next meeting about Parrot, we should talk about safety. Sorry, gotta take the call.